Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to Retrothon 2024. I'm Ryan Ford and gonna be running, Quest RPG. So it's an enhanced remake of Quest 64, so probably see a lot of parallels to it. Oh yeah, right, the timer's on my end, so I guess I'll count myself down. Alright, wait one moment. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so yeah, I'm not actually too familiar with the lore, so anyways, holding A right at the start to scroll this text faster, and it's gonna be a lot of text smashing throughout the run. Quite a lot of it, so, or quite a lot of it at the start, my bad. There's actually like pretty large amount of gameplay in this run relative for it being a RPG game and stuff. But hope you enjoy. Anyway, I feel execution-wise, of all the speed games I run, this is probably one of the easier, probably one of the easiest ones, I think. But challenges, generally not forgetting stuff, and also nature of an RPG game, definitely a lot of the run is a crapshoot, whether you'll, you know, save time or lose time. But I feel about Quest 64 too, Brian's challenge, or just a Mr. Dude reskin. Brian's challenge. Yeah, also, funnily enough, yeah, just like there's a lot of version differences between English and Japanese for Quest 64. For this Game Boy version, so each of the games was made by different dev teams. So there's quite a bit of differences between the runs. So like if you've seen the leaderboards, you'll notice that now like that the Japanese world record's a lot faster than the US one, which part of it's because of text, part of it's also when you're in towns or not in overworlds, in Japanese you can hold A to run, so like literally just move faster. And yeah, some enemies are like slightly different, like the type of spells they use and the size of them. And in the US version, I'm gonna be able to run from battles no matter on turn 1, no matter how low my agility stat is. So whereas in Japanese version, your position in a battle starts a little further left, so you can't like run turn 1 with the lowest agility. So first boss fight, Tim the Dark Lord. Ideally you want to kill him in 3 hits with your Wind Cutter level 1, but my damage rolls left him with 1 HP on the 3rd turn, so I rolled just short. I had to hit him one more time. Just 20 health, and I think I rolled like 19 in total. Wait, I lied. Oh, I rolled 18, I think. I think I rolled, was it 7-5-6, or was it 8-5-6? I actually forgot. But 5's a min roll and 8's a max roll, so it's like just barely too low. Yo, thanks for the GLs, yo. And yeah, I have to go back to the monk monastery to report that there's monsters invading the town, hiding as the people, even some of them. So those spirit elements, differences from Quest 64 compared to this game. In 64, the speedrun, you invest into Earth pretty much, and the text box only has a little space. Very true. Yeah, you mostly invest in the Earth in that game, and this game, wind is pretty broken, so we're gonna be mostly using wind, and then for a couple bosses that are very heavily resistant to wind, gonna be using earth a bit. So gonna be like at least like nearly maxing out wind throughout the run. Then yeah, and then also investing a bit into water to learn healing, so we can spend MP to heal your health instead of items for the whole game. So here I'm just stocking up on stuff. Goodness. Just double checking. Heard a weird sound on my computer. So yeah, I think we're still alive, so okay. No problem. And another weird version difference. So in English, you have to talk to this guy twice to get the white wings. So any of these houses with like a feather on top of it, you get a wings, which is in your inventory, and you can use it to fast travel back to that town or city. Yep, music's the same, but downported to Game Boy Color. But in some areas, the music will be like, you know, like a song from like a different area in Quest 64. In some places, it doesn't have every song, and I think this game has like 2 unique songs in it. So gonna be grinding out here to try and get to at least 6 wind. I'd like to get to 7, but 6 is fine. I'm getting good encounters this run. Yeah, the last couple events I was kind of not. Though the first battle I forgot to kind of grind restoring MP a little. Shouldn't be too bad though. And okay, yeah, I'm out of MP, so I gotta end my turn. I think I'll be just barely short to level up. Oh, I lied. Okay, well, that was actually one of the best ranks I've had in this area. So I'm gonna just start running. And yeah, so now I'm at... Oh, I forgot the name of this town. Dondoran. So even though it looks very slow to go out of my way to grab this spirit, it is a bit faster to grab some of these out of the way spirits early, compared to grinding fights for level ups. Part of it's because the EXP also scales down when you... Every time you gain a new spirit through leveling up in a battle, then EXP you gain from all the enemies scales down. So since it'll be like under-leveled in the next couple areas, then there'll be... For a while I'll like gain one... I'll gain 1 spirit level during the next grind, like generally per battle, or for some battles I might be like just barely short. Gaining 1 level, so it might take like 2. And before I learned this game and went for a world record, I rerouted to grab that spirit as well, even though it's pretty out of the way. At first I just rerouted it to get it in the Japanese version, because since you can run in towns, so I was like, oh, that's actually like doesn't really lose that much time since you can just run over there. But then it turned out that like the US version, even though I think the US version it costs like 14 seconds to go over there and get it, but it's still faster than grinding fights in the next area, because part of it's because you're like a little too weak, so the stronger enemies that I can grind off of, usually it might take like 2 or 3 turns to kill most of the enemies, unless you get the right encounter set, which I think it's probably like a 1 in 7 chance, so it's like the odds are pretty against you. So, because of that, I'm gonna skip grinding in the next area and grab 2 spirits there. Because I want to hit at least 12 wind to learn Wind Cutter level 3, which it's gonna be the minimum I want. Minimum I want for the first major boss, Solvering, which in Quest 64 he's a pretty tough boss early on, but in this game, yeah, if you get Wind Cutter level 3, you can just one-shot him. So, kind of look like a meme. So yeah, whenever I end my turn without using magic, like hitting an enemy with a physical attack, or it's not attacking at all, then you also regain 1 MP. So I also rerouted this to, since he won't kill that goblin at the end of that fight, after the first 2 spells, then just to smack him twice quickly. So I can skip using this in to heal, since I still have a pretty high MP left, and fine enough HP as well. Oh well, instant encountered it. And yeah, since I can skip fighting in Connor Forest coming up, aside from the boss, then I'm gonna also skip using the inn the next time I go to Dondarin as well. So I think it saves about 10 seconds per time I skip sleeping at the inn to heal. So on top of that, being able to save extra time from like skipping grinds here by grabbing those spirits that were kind of out of the way, but it offsets by, yeah, not having to heal. And also being able to grind faster in the next area, since Wind Cutter level 3 is really broken, and I'm pretty much going to be using it on everything afterwards. But your element's spell damage also increases as you increase your element level for the corresponding element. So by the end of the game, you cap at 50 for an element, so I'm going to be trying to... Again, need at least 49 when I get to the late game into wind. So mostly going to be dumping into that, and like a couple dozen into water and earth for healing spells. My gosh, 21 months sub. Blood candy. Oh, also, I'm always moving to the borders whenever I'm attacking in a battle. In the box, because you gain, Oh, I forgot to... Oh, wait, never mind. I was thinking I forgot to split, but, Shoot, I don't even have my regular splits up, so... I think it would have ended up stopping the timer if I tried to split, so... I gotta fight that muscle memory during the run. I think I actually would have... I think that actually would have been a gold on my regular splits. Just barely there. So yeah, the second segment went really well up to Solvering. From Tim the Dark Lord up to Solvering was like the best ever for me. And yeah, so those treasure rooms, so behind the throne's a reward for saving the king's daughter after she got kidnapped by Solvering when I fought the 3 enemies in the castle. Which, I think that story element is only unique to this game. I'm actually not too sure though, because there's not really any cutscenes in Quest 64, so I'm not positive if that's the same or not. So yeah, now I gotta make my way to... Oh my god, I forgot the name of the water area, actually. But in, the Dondarin Flats coming up after this, forest, going through a alternate exit, so we're gonna be grinding a lot of battles, so I'm gonna want to try to get to at least, 22 wind before the next area, if I remember the routing correctly. Yeah, so I'm gonna be running away from these fights since they're a bit weaker. And then going for the strong fights and just, for the most part, killing them before they kill me. Because I can one-shot them. So yeah, for example, that song in the forest there is, that song for, Boil Hole is not. And, Windward Forest is, not what's supposed to play in Connor Forest. Oh well, it actually took one extra turn because I'm just weak enough. So I'd ideally not want to get frog encounters because they, what's it called? They can drop junk items called Silver Amulet, which does have a use. It increases your defense temporarily in battle, but I almost forgot to heal my MP. That would have been bad. If I got an encounter that I could fight, that would have been worse. But even then, yeah, I do need to. Oh, there's a Silver Amulet. But even then, yeah, I do need to, here. It's gonna waste some time, but I'm gonna throw away this item, because, I don't want this to clog my, clog up my inventory space. Taking that hit was bad, though. I walked right into the rock for no reason. And yeah, these guys give, like, in this area they give the most EXP, so if you want to fight these guys. The goblins. Ooh, I've leveled up enough that, I didn't even level up from those guys. Okay, yeah, and there's gonna be a spirit right at the end of where I need to go, so just need to ideally gain one more. Okay, cool. We're good. And I just ran out of MP, so that works. Oh yeah, so I didn't mention, yeah, so when I was moving, I really wanted to fight that guy. There's an item that he could drop called the Spirit Gemstones that I've been picking up, which is a unique item to this game that you can do a lottery in one of the towns for special items. So there's an item called the Warrior's Cape that I'm gonna want to get, which spend 7 Spirit Gemstones to have a chance of winning it. And if you get drops from some enemies, then you can skip getting some of the Spirit Gemstones that are in chests in certain areas. So save a little time. And I could have potentially rerouted the run if I got one from that enemy too. But yeah, so yeah, I keep going on different tangents, but yeah, so whenever I move to the edge of the movement boxes, or my borders of where I can move in battles, you gain agility stats if you don't run from a fight on that turn. So for every cardinal direction, you gain 10% to your agility stat. To 1 agility stat point, so or 1 agility level. So if I move diagonal to the edge, then you gain 20%. So every 5 turns, then yeah, I'll increase my agility by 1 point. Gonna save here just in case I die. For marathon safety. And yeah, being able to save immediately in this game compared to Quest 64 is also nice. So can go for a bit riskier stuff here and there. But there's a lot of dangerous battles here that hit pretty hard, so and I don't have any healing magic, so you'll be using bread. So actually the last marathon run I did, I actually ran out of like healing items like right at the end of this area, which has never happened to me before. It was like kind of cursed. And then I died in the next area, but I did save like right before I died, so it wasn't the worst. Or I died twice, I think. Oh wow, my element's actually pretty high. I want to hit 29 for the next area, and then gonna start putting into earth and water to start learning healing magic. Oh wow, I hit 29 wind already before leaving this area. It's really good. It means I probably could have actually skipped that that one spirit that was way out of the way over there. Okay, so do you want to heal as well? Yeah, unfortunately getting that hellhound right at the end, because they hit the hardest in that area, so could die to most encounters in the next area, or could have died to most encounters in the next area. So during this cutscene here, you get automatically walked to the blue cave, so I'm not actually like holding anything. So it looks like I'm skipping those spirits, but it's also faster to backtrack and grab all of these spirits too, and then to not, especially in Japanese, but even in English, it's still faster to do this. So another thing that's tough is like you get so antsy and like mispress on menus. So like if you put the wrong element in the early game, it can kill a run or kill a lot of time putting into the wrong stat. Like I ran this for a GDQ hotfix show a couple of weeks after AGDQ, then I think I was running Japanese version, and I like accidentally, my very first spirit I put into fire by accident, and then God, I didn't realize how much time it would actually lose in the early game, but it definitely like lost a lot, because it took like 5 turns to kill the first boss, and the first grind I didn't have Wind Cutter level 2 because I was like 1 level short, and like all this stuff. I was like, damn. It's actually such a disaster to make a mistake like that. Oh wow, I think I'm almost out of healing items already too. Again. Well, I just got a healing potion now, so that's nice. And I'm also gonna learn healing level 1 right now, so I'm definitely fine on that front now. So yeah, with 4 water, 3 earth, then get healing level 1. So it can roll a varying amount of how much you'll heal. So in this area, I want to keep my health above, probably above 22. I'm gonna save 2 just in case. If I happen to like misclick in a battle, I could die too. So I'm not expecting to, but you never know. And these multi-optics is a good encounter because they usually cast healing level 1 on the first turn, so end up not taking a hit. Whereas all the other enemies that I do want to grind battles on in this area, they all will hit me first generally. What the heck? I've never seen that before. I grabbed that chest with the item, and then I got an encounter, and like the text was still there. I wonder if that's gonna affect anything. Okay, it didn't. But I almost forgot to heal because I was so mesmerized by it, which I could die if I get a mimic encounter. Because they when they use this like wavy water attack, then the mimics, like the fake chests, they can roll like a little over 20. I definitely had a 19 HP there, so. Oh wow, that that 12 on that heal. It's a really low roll. So yeah, by the time I get out of this area, I want to get as close to 13 water and 12 earth as possible to learn healing level 2. And before I get to the next boss, I want to have a minimum of 31 wind. So that wind cutter level 3. At 31, it should have a chance to one-shot the next boss, and if it's at 31, and then if it's at 32, it should like guarantee like one-shot him, even with the bad damage roll. So ideally, I like to get to 32 because if the fight against that boss goes an extra turn, increases my chances of dying to him, because he could one-shot me even turn 1. So don't want to give him a second chance on turn 2, basically. But since I'm pretty over-leveled here, I think, then I should be good on pace to the boss. Unless I got a bajillion, like, bad encounters in a row. Like, from here to the boss, pretty much. Which, the boss is a long ways from now, so. So with that, I am detouring to grab some, chests around. Chests and, spirits around in here, because, since I am pretty underleveled, and if I went straight to the end here... Oh, nice spirit gemstones. Unfortunately, too late to do the reroute, because I just, grabbed the extra one at the start of this area. But I can skip one spirit gemstones chest somewhere else later. Hmm, 21 health. Yeah, it's unfortunately I gotta use another MP item at this point, because my health was just barely too low that I could have died. Could die. I did want to try to conserve that extra dewdrop though. That's okay. And then yeah, also grabbing all these healing items for later too. And I need a ton of MP items for later because for other stats I'm gonna be grinding defense and HP later with what's it called? Just like in Quest 64, there's generally a defense grind that comes up. Which in that game you increase defense by the it's like the number of hits you take will increase your defense, but in this game what matters is the amount of damage you take per hit. So oh, my agility increased now, so that means my agility stat should be at 24 at least. So that larger border will matter more for bosses later. For being able to move around them. Oh, I don't need to start moving in battles either, because I had enough agility now, so I don't need to do that. Gotta break the habit. At this point, it's just wasting time if I move extra. So, hopefully one more encounter. Okay. So I'm like 2 steps from the exit right now. Yeah, cutscene's gonna trigger. Okay, so 1 short of healing level 2. It's actually really good in this area. Like commonly in runs, like more often than not, it'll usually be like 4 or 5 levels short of healing level 2. So it's got a lot of pretty good encounters overall. And yeah, so the defense grind later on. For every 3 damage you take, you gain 3% to a defense level. But I think the attack has to actually hit like a minimum of 3 for it to accumulate percent. So if you take like 1 damage 3 times, that's it like won't do it. So I got a text message. It could be possibly work related, so I don't want to try to take it. Oh, it's not. Okay. Never mind. It's an ad for my phone service provider. Or a promo. So never mind. Oh wow, I didn't get attacked by anything. Here, it's pretty good. No work, only Retrothon. It's true. Yeah, I was supposed to be the first run of this event, like opening up, but I was unsure about if work it's gonna be an overnight because my call time was at like 9 PM for film extras work, but then and my agent that booked me, I asked her because usually they specify if it's gonna be an overnight, but then she didn't. So like, wait, it's gonna be an overnight since the call time's so late, and then it's like, yes, it's gonna be an overnight, but then when I got there, they were all saying that no, this not an overnight. They started pretty early in the day, like 1 PM I think, and they generally on that production they usually do 12 to 14 hours. So they're like, yeah, we'll probably be done by like 1 to somewhere between like 1 and 3 AM. And yeah, they actually finished like right at midnight, so I was like, oh, that's actually pretty lucky. So yeah, I didn't want to risk not making it home in time if it was overnight, because it was also like 2 hours away by transit from where I live, in like a different city. So, but I also fortunately got a ride from someone that lived sort of close to me, so it also took me like an hour to get home instead of 2. So I actually got home at like 2 AM, so there ended up not being anything to worry about, but you know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be late or not. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of elements like over leveled, or almost over leveled. If I gain any more levels, then there's a spirit right before the boss, so I'll probably just skip it in favor of not getting more encounters. So, with I'd have to fight one more battle. One more battle that I can actually win and not run away. Which these wyverns I cannot, because they're very heavily resistant to wind, so I can't beat them. And they have a lot of HP, too. They're massively bulk. Okay, yeah, this encounter's shorter. Alright, nice. And yeah, I do want to get to, what, 14? 14 Earth for the boss after this one, so that I can beat him in 4 turns instead of 5. So I might die to this guy, we'll see. Okay, I lived. Cool. So you can kind of like squeeze out of getting like stun locked by his fire breath there. And oh, I was supposed to give Earth there. Whoops. Oh, that's fine though. You kind of squeeze out of it. You have like a 2-frame window to like move right and then up as he's like bending down to breathe fire at you. And if you succeed, you can what's it called? Either if even if the flame hits you early when he's bending his head down, then you kind of like walk out of it and barely survive. Or if his flame starts at the very bottom of the screen, you can just like entirely dodge it if you like move right and then up at the right timing. So yeah, if I was going for a PB, I would have skipped that Spirit Gemstones. Due to getting that drop. And skipped all these items for just to save time. But I noticed I am pretty low on healing items, so I want to... For marathon safety, I'm grabbing the extra stuff. I actually did have a death to that dragon, so I should be ahead of my PB currently as well. And I got the good turn 1 on this guy, having him walk up to me. He always opens with this really long wind attack, and I'm gonna hope he doesn't do this attack for the rest of the fight. He now has a chance to do it. So in the US version, this guy Leonardo, his AI is also kind of broken, where you can stand in this little spot above him, and he'll walk under you and cast Water Pillar, but it'll miss. In the Japanese version, it actually tracks you correctly, so this fight is actually really dangerous, because he'll usually roll about half your health per hit with that attack. So yeah, he can kill you in like 2 hits most of the time, if your defense is too low. But yeah, in US he's usually trivial if you just stand in the right spot. So yeah, that was a perfect RNG on that fight as well. And now I'm gonna be doing a defense grind over here, which I mentioned. So there is an encounter, the Sylphs, they can one-shot me. Oh, yeah, whoops. I do want to take 1 hit though, because I want to have my defense at 20 before I start this grind, but I'm like 7% off, so I need to take a hit that will do like 9 damage. So there's a giant ant. That's actually what I want to fight, but I'm gonna actually just roll the dice on this one, and hope I encounter another one of those. That might have been a bad gamble, and maybe I should have just taken the encounter, but we'll see. Oh, I might die to this too, the sprite. So yeah, those sprites, yeah, at full health they could one-shot me, maybe. So, gonna hope to get giant ant, and then I'm gonna, once I do, I'm gonna try to grind fight for a few minutes. Grind defense for a few minutes. Since they should roll generally about, what, 18 to 21 damage, so should usually gain about 18 or 21% of, towards a defense stat. Oh, there you go. Alright, the gamble paid off this time. And your stat only, your defense and stats only increase after what's it called? After the battle ends, like if you run or win the fight. So that's why I ran away from the ant when I got hit the first time. So I want to use about 3 MP bars worth of healing. So I'm also going to be increasing my MP a little bit, because every time you cast spells too, you also gain experience to your MP stat as well. And then every time you get hit by a physical attack, or do a physical attack to an enemy, then you also gain 10% to an HP level. So also give me grinding HP, and defense, and MP all at once. Alright, so goes to the MP item. So big things I need to not like, you know, not happen to like not pay attention and like, you know, get hit when my health is really low. So refreshing. Oh, like the I mean the stream itself. I hope not. Okay, I forgot how many times I hit the ant. He might die in 4 hits, depending on my damage rolls, so... Okay, seems good? Okay, cool. And, I don't want to accidentally, win this fight, either, so, otherwise I could also mess up the, slow down the grind, because, of gaining too much defense, or gaining some defense, and then that would kind of, like, screw up the grind afterwards. Because then I'd be taking less damage. Oh wow, I'm into my mint leaves already. That's not good. My healing items. Should be fine, I think, though. So yeah, probably want to get closer to like around 3.5 MP bars. So when I use the next MP item, probably a Dewdrop, I think. Maybe Hero's Drink. Not sure what's gonna come up next in the inventory, but yeah, when I get to like the teens in my MP from healing, then I'll end this fight, and then oh, I did burn a lot of healing items though, because I kind of ended up when I would run out of MP, I would end up being below 22 health, so but it's like, oh, I gotta heal to full and then use the MP item since you're gonna take another hit. Second breakfast. Second breakfast is for pets when they you know, when they beg you or try to finagle the extra food, hoping that a different person, 2 different people, gives them food. Alright, so I don't want to make a mistake by misjudging how many times I hit this ant, so I healed an extra time just for safety. Being careful. So, okay, 34 defense. Okay, yeah, so that's really good. So I'm hoping to get another pair of giant ants for an encounter, because I want to grind my HP a little more to try and get to around... how much HP do I want, actually? I want to try to get like at least 63. So I'd probably sit there and eat hits a lot. And I also do want to potentially try to restore my MP by ending turns and just getting hit a lot. So I think if I do reach the end of this area without encountering giant ants again, I'm gonna just walk around to find encounters. Alright, I found them. Unfortunately, I did undergrind by the tiniest margin, actually. So, taking more damage than I wanted. So it might be less efficient for restoring MP. Should be fine though, still, I think. So I want to tank about... Huh. Maybe I said I want to take like 46 in total, roughly. That may have actually been too many hits. It's fine. I lost count. I entirely lost count. So, hey, fresh red drop. That's nice. If there's an encounter where I can kill an enemy, I probably want to win the fight because I'll also gain 1 level. Okay, there you go. That's ideal. Yeah, cool. Because with 39 wind, I can free shot the next boss. Whereas with 38 wind, I think it's like a chance depending on damage rolls. And there's a chance I could die if I let that fight go a 4th turn. Yeah, so I do want to try and keep my MP to above 12 when I get to the boss. Well, 15 would be ideal, but I don't know. I think it'd be more responsible to go into the boss at full health in case of shenanigans. Oh, actually, I did undergrind my HP like slightly, so I want to take like 5 physicals, which could come up at any point, anyway. Just from encounters. Yeah, so this special attack he does is the bad attack. So, using Spirit Armor level 1 here, which increases your defense so much that this attack is doing only 1 damage now per hit. Which, assuming that this attack doesn't hit me 8 times, I should live. Oh, thank God. I got scared for a second. Alright. 1 HP left, 1 MP left. Not even close, baby. So it's a good thing I did actually heal my health, heal and top off my HP this time, because I did actually get kind of unlucky. But yeah, that extra HP grinding actually saved me right there. As long as the HP don't hit 0, we good. Exactly. Which I do have to remember to sleep at the. So I'm gonna be on Kiliak's boat, who I fought earlier on like the 3rd segment. So now he's friends with us, but he so he's gonna take me to the Isle of Sky. So yeah, this song is unique to this game. And there's a spirit gemstones in that chest, but yeah, I'm gonna be just skipping that. All Game Boy games look good. So hopefully this guy drops a honey bread. I didn't this time. But I did grab all those extra breads in the windmill earlier, so hopefully. Not really, Mortal Kombat was bad. Damn, the truth comes out. So yeah, there's a lot of dialogue right here. So it's gonna be big chillin' for a bit. But yeah, more unique story elements to this game. Actually, I kind of wasn't paying attention. I don't even know if I overmatched on text or not. So, if I do encounter 2 giant ants here as well, I'm gonna try and grind an extra, like, 50% for HP. To gain, like, 1 more HP stat. So to exchange 5 physical hits. Yeah, if it's just the 2 giant ants. If there's some other enemy with the ant, I won't do it though. Yeah, so I guess other things to foreshadow. So this next boss, Nepti, who is another rough boss in this game. She could. The game could crash on the fight against her. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time, because the last marathon run I did on Tuesday, it crashed twice after beating her. Which was a pain. Because that run was already, that run was already going really poorly due to like really bad RNG throughout the run. And then on top of that, like the 2 crashes, losing like 2 minutes almost. I was like, oh my god. And I had summer to go after, like, right after that run, so I was just like, oh, the game's like eating my time like crazy. that time, so stressing. I did waste time here by grinding more defense though on those ants. It should be okay. So yeah, Nepti, yeah, her special attack is really slow and hits really hard, but okay, first off, she didn't do it, and secondly, since I had a lot of defense, she should have not died to it anyway. Oh, of course the game crashed, like... It's low-key, this game, this run was on world record pace, so, kinda not surprised that it crashed after beating her. Like it always does when I'm on a good pace, so... There you go. But is what it is. Alright, so I think I should live. Yeah. Oh, it crashed again. Alright, so. Oh, what the? Yeah. Alright, so I think chance of world record and the marathon run is dead now. But unsurprising. But yeah, despite seeing that loading menu whenever I reset just now, I am playing on a Game Boy player though. But oh wow, I think I can actually tank 2 of her special attack, actually. My stats are high enough. Alright, going for... Alright, cool. I was wondering if we're gonna go for a new record for the amount of times the game has crashed in a row versus Nepti for me. But it's always at least 2. I mean, sorry, it's always at most 2, or maybe 0, but... Which, I think, since I came back to derusting this game, because I'm, Just 3 different marathons like recently have accepted this game. Then so first one I ran on Tuesday. This is the second of the 3 events. But I've only had one run not have a crash on Nepti so far. So yesterday morning I had a run that was on world record pace, so then I actually threw I threw it myself. So I wasn't paying attention and I died somewhere and lost like 2 minutes. I think it's because of the game. Unless if it's since I am playing on like using a EverDrive, since the cart is pretty expensive, then it was just like at first I was suspecting that it might be because of the cart, but then there is 2 other runners that actually own like a real cart that have had crashes, so it's almost certainly the game itself. Actually, I've had one other crash at the very start of the run where when I was holding A to scroll the text, the intro text to the game crashed. So like my very first attempt, I was like, oh, that's hilarious. So my first PB was attempt number 2. I had to reset the splits after the first like 12 seconds of starting this game. And I was like, it's kind of funny. So yeah, I've only seen a crash on the intro. So far I've only seen a crash on the intro and on Nepti particularly in runs. So I've heard about it happening in a few other places, but I haven't encountered it happening yet. And yeah, more often than not, it's like almost always on Nepti particularly that where the crashes might happen. And then yeah, loses about like 50 seconds, I think, per crash. So that's a couple minutes down the drain. And then yeah, using what's it called? So yeah, for Game Boy Player, like most speedrunners, they usually use Game Boy interface because in Game Boy Player itself, like naturally has about like 3 frames of input delay. I guess because it was poorly made by Nintendo. So yeah, because of that, use a GBI for to upscale the game and to have no input delay compared to if you're playing on an actual like Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance for games. But then it also upscales it to 480p instead of 240p. Otherwise, on Game Boy Player, this on a regular Game Boy Player, it would look the game would look very ugly and like dark and pixelated. So. Oh, I have 8 Spirit Gemstones, so I could have, Wait, I have 9? Wow. I actually could have, skipped a couple more. I didn't know I got that many. Throughout the run. That's really cool. Also, probably because I'm, like, a bit over-leveled, I didn't need to grab that Spirit, but, there is another boss that's gonna be really heavily resistant to wind, and gonna be using Magnet Rock on her. But as long as I'm above 24 Earth, by the time I get to her, then should be able to handle her pretty well. If I get even more than that, like around like 26 or 27 Earth, then I can beat her in fewer turns. So. You know, you lose a little bit of time from leveling up, but then you like save some time from, you know, cutting out a turn from the fight. I think once you hit like, if you're going higher than 27 Earth, I think you start to get diminishing returns for saving time in the fight. Which actually, I lost a lot of time in my PB due to my Earth being underleveled, and my... Oh, I also forgot to heal before fighting her, so then... Or restore my MP before fighting her, so I was also short. I was both short on MP, but then I was also underleveled, so then I was short on MP extra for that reason too. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, there's some other games that I run that have crashes happen in some places, and it's like for different reasons. Like, so another RPG game that I have world record in called RGLtvs Fantasia for the Nintendo Wii. So the game is long. So like, I just recently got under 8.5 hours for that run, and there are crashes due to the game having memory leak issues. The memory leaks also cause like graphical issues to happen sometimes during like some cutscenes or during some like scene transitions and stuff like that. And then when it has like memory leaks, sometimes the game will crash during it's like if a cinematic cutscene is gonna play, and like if it's gonna play, but that cutscene's also supposed to change the music as well for the cutscene, then it'll like crash the game sometimes. There's like jank like that. So one of my previous PBs, I played with the BGM turned off, and I played a bunch of like OC remix music throughout the whole run for like almost 9 hours. That was pretty fun. But to circumvent the memory leak problems, like what we do is like if we do keep the BGM on, we'll like save and then reset. Save and then hard reset the game to prevent the memory leak, or prevent the crash from happening. There's like two really common spots where crashes happen in that game, so then we usually like save and then reset before. Which does lose like 25 seconds though, like having to reset. But in my current PB, I just did it like the save and reset because I was again also de-rusting for a marathon for that run, so I wanted to have the music on. But then I just happened to PB by a lot during that run, so that was nice. Because, I mean, 25 seconds in a run that's, like, more than 8 hours is, like, not that much time, right? Oh, thing I was gonna point out, for Baragoon Tunnel here, so... in the Japanese version, this area is also less dangerous, because there's, multiple encounters here that, you can... skip... or you can, dodge attacks from enemies in some of them. Wow, my MP is exactly one short to, my MP was exactly one short to optimally win this fight. Just fine. Just burn an MP item. As long as I have extras left. So yeah, Fargo, his special attack, will one-shot me if I don't have Spirit Armor level 2 up. Oh, also another thing I forgot to point out. So the Spirit Armor level 2, whenever using that self-buff, self-buffs can miss on yourself, so yeah, so sometimes you can like lose a lot of time / kill a run to it just missing, or missing twice in the same battle, which One of the runs I had on world record pace this week, I died to the third last boss because Spirit Armor level 2 missed twice in a row. So I ended up losing the fight. I don't know what the odds are for it to miss, so I'm gonna assume it's like around 10%, but I'm not too sure. For Spirit Armor. It seems like Magic Barrier misses often in this game, so it's part of the reason we don't use it in this run. In this game, compared to Quest 64, where it's like spammed on all the bosses. So it makes you invulnerable to damage for at least 2 turns, sometimes it'll go longer. We're doing anything to manipulate fight frequency? Nah. Yeah, I think it's kind of like steps based for the encounters, but as far as I know, there's no way to prevent an encounter from happening outright, compared to like some games like Mother 1 or Earthbound Beginnings, where you can like, if you pause on the same tile that you would have got an encounter, then you can like skip it. So you can do stuff like constantly like pausing and unpausing to like avoid encounters in that game, like things like that. Oh, I am gonna be manipulating this the lottery that I mentioned though. So this bird's gonna come and it tells you, okay, so it told me I didn't win the prize. So I'm saving a few steps away from the result, and then I'm gonna try and just like step differently to try and like change the RNG. So and then hope that the bird declares me a winner. Commonly in runs, I think I usually average about like 6 tries, but the marathon run I did on Tuesday, it was I lost count, but it was definitely like more than a dozen tries, and loses roughly about 7 seconds per try. Well, if you're like 1 tile away from the result, it's about 7 seconds lost per try. But since I'm so far back, because I'm stepping a bunch of extra times to hopefully shift the RNG around, because if you pause like too close to where the result will come up, then if all the steps are a losing result, then you could kind of screw yourself like that. And also got to make sure not to pause like exactly on the tile where you would have the lottery result happen, because then if you lose, then you killed the run, because you can't change the RNG. So yeah, I think my PB in this category, which is world record, I think it was 4th try in that run, or 5th. So unsurprisingly losing minutes to this currently. You kind of just expect it. But yeah, the one run I had yesterday that was on pace, on world record pace, I got 2nd try actually on this, and then I died like at the end of this area because I wasn't paying attention, because I was complaining about the game crashing on Nepti once in that run, and then I didn't realize. Oh, there, finally won. So I lost count on how many tries that was, but I think it was over a dozen again. So yeah, so I must have gotten a lot of enemy encounters that hit me pretty hard here, because I actually like died right before I entered Boil Hole, which I never lost that much HP that I've had to heal before entering this next area. So then I wasn't paying attention, and I was just like rambling, and then I happened to die like right outside the entrance, and I was like, whoa, what? From full health. So as you can see, like right now, I'm gonna have like 22 health, so. And yeah, we don't have the Boil Hole music like in Quest 64, unfortunately. So I was gonna say, if I encounter a Ghost Stalker, I'm gonna grind defense on him. And they're actually the first encounter. It's incredible. This guy's a tease, because majority of runs I do, I almost never encounter Ghost Stalker on my first visit to Boil Hole. Possibly can save a lot of time. If he does Large Cutter, like when he hit me for 36 damage there, then yeah, that gives you a lot of Alright, nice. You're starting to do it a lot. So yeah, he'll give you a you'll gain a lot of defense from him. So, and yeah, since I want to grind, I have to do one last defense grind before I actually equip the Warrior's Cape that I won from the lottery. Okay, I'm gonna run now. I hope I grinded enough defense. That might be short, but we'll see. Yeah, 45? Okay, yeah. I think I technically overgrinded because I have so many encounters left to have happen, so like I'm probably gonna get hit by a bunch of stuff, so I'm pretty sure I overgrinded. So yeah, a combination of his attack animation's pretty fast, but then also yeah, this hits really hard, so you can grind defense faster than compared to the enemies that I would have grinded right outside of this place, like the Red Rose Knights or White Rose Knight, either or. So let me think. His large cutters are rolling about 36, so gonna make a break for it. I want to try and see if I can save my MP items, because I don't know if I'm low on them currently. So if I get to low health in this area, I'm gonna use like a bread or something. So hopefully I can get away with using one or maybe no healing items by the time I get to the next town. See, if I keep getting these Rockies, then that's good, because if it's the 3 Rockies, then the bottom one will just use rock level 1. So it's actually very lucky that I keep getting that this time, instead of like Red Rose Knights, which would hit like 20 something damage. Here's one. Oh, 19, because I grinded my defense a lot. That's pretty cool. Oh, what? Alright, so Black Wings, gotta absolutely make sure I get them. So, I'm going back to Brian's house to get the Warrior's Cape, since it's mailed to his house, so I have to actually go and get it, and then it automatically equips when you get it. And the Warrior's Cape doubles your defense, so instead of like massively defense grinding for the later bosses, then this enhanced defense from the cape should make me able to survive the upcoming bosses. So I gotta make sure to get these Black Wings again, otherwise I if you forget any of these wings for the routing, then it loses a lot of time due to having to like backtrack and stuff. Backtrack the wrong way to certain areas. So just gonna take that heal to conserve items as well, even though it's a little slow. Yeah, so the encounters out here, they're like pretty much all probably gonna hit me for like 1 damage now. Like this guy. If you saw, he did 19 before I entered I forgot the name of the town I was just in, actually. Is that Bergun Moor? No, Branoch, I think was the name. Yeah, so Lavar 2 and 3 here, this is another, like, pretty heavy, like a swingy boss for time, because, you have to fight this guy twice in a row, back to back, without a save, and, Lavar 2 is pretty much the same as Lavar 1, so he gave me perfect RNG by just doing, Fireball level 3 twice. instead of his special attack, which summons like a dragon head, which will crazy nuke you for like 20 something damage or maybe more. So entering Lavar 3, I want to try to be above 36 health on any given turn, because if he does that ice chainsaw like he's doing right now, then if you don't move correctly, then that attack can hit you for around like 36 damage. So I'm just hoping he never does it during the fight, but you know, he's done it, well, twice already, so. Ideally, you want to never see him do it, but that's okay. We got through the fight. So he didn't keep spamming it like every turn or something and just like grinding me to death or something. And I did do the proper movement where I was standing kind of like on the bottom of the box, and then when he launches the ice chainsaw, you can like move up and you can kind of mitigate some of the damage that you take. So how I was taking like 25 damage per hit. So I do have a visual cue. Thanks to the power of using save states, I practiced it. So his idle animation resets when he summons the ice chainsaw and it's like spinning around him. So he kind of like moves his hand with his staff like kind of back and forth, like he's kind of stepping in place. And the 5th time that he moves his staff forward and kind of pulls back, then I start moving up, like just before it shoots. And yeah, so with that you can mitigate the damage you take. But I also don't want to risk being like slightly above 25 HP and like, you know, making it close. Because, you know, because I could have skipped healing like maybe once or something in those cases if I was confident in doing that strat to take less damage. So yeah, very long cutscenes, which in, yeah, I guess in this game, because Brian's dad dies, because yeah, Brian's been looking for his dad like the whole game, at least in Quest 64, but then in this game I guess the story is like the same but different. But after Brian gets captured, which is unique to this game, then his dad and Leonardo go to save him and bust him out of jail, but or bust him out of the cell, but then ends up dying to Beegis, who's gonna be the second last boss. In Quest 64, you just see him like at some point, like inside the Branoch castle, he'll be like laying down and hurt, or like sitting and hurt, and you can talk to him. But in this game, yeah, he gets killed. Alright, so I decided not to grab these spirits on the way to the castle, since I already got the defense grind I wanted on like the first encounter in Boyle Hole. And I wanted to grab these later, because now that the enemies are gonna do like, you know, barely any damage, then I hopefully won't have to heal until I get to the next boss from, you know, just taking very minimal damage per encounter. And yeah, don't want to see Avalanche there, or Rock Shower, because it's a very slow attack animation. If there's if the encounter doesn't have just like 3 Rockies. And yeah, like even like that Wyvern, like before it was doing, I think somewhere around 20 damage. Or something teen, and now they're just doing 1 because of the defense cape plus the defense grind. What was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. It's just been like rambling so much throughout the run. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, I'm still grabbing spirits because, yeah, Shelf is coming up in, so the place, Shamwood, which is kind of unused content in Quest 64, so they moved, Shelf as a boss fight to over there instead of in, I think she was in Barragoon Tunnel in Quest 64. Or I think it was like before or after Fargo that I just fought. Instead, they added Lavar as a boss fight, whereas in Quest 64, inside Shamwood, Lavar is a NPC that you can talk to that gives like a little bit of lore about the game. But it's not like a boss that you fight 3 times like in this game, so it's a unique boss. And so they put Shelf there in Shamwood, and there's a key item for the story element that's there that we have to get by beating her. But yeah, she's very resistant to wind and fire, so with that, gonna be using Magnet Rock, so that's why I'm raising my Earth levels. Yeah, I guess I want to hit 26, 27, somewhere around there, since got a high amount currently. And then yeah, there's a bunch of chests just like in Quest 64 inside Shamwood. There's like tons of chests and spirits. So it's like a optional place in 64. Yeah, I guess I'll just grab this out of the way one, because I think 27 should make the fight like 10 turns or something. Oh, mistake. Alright, since I need to have close to full MP, I gotta use an MP item anyway. I meant to save. Oh wow, 46 defense. I might hit like 47 or 48 like before the final boss, which might make the final boss a little bit safer. It'll still be a crapshoot either way, but yeah. So I'm also kind of getting hit on purpose by some of these attacks because I want to grind defense a little. But then when I get to the bottom of the screen here, whenever she shoots those pink beams, some of them will despawn off screen, so the animation will like end sooner. So I'll also get hit less times by it, and it also speeds up the animation. So yeah, rolling 142, so 142, so it should take like 10 hits, I think, to kill him. And yeah, just in case I forget anything, I'm gonna heal up. Do I need MP items? Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I'm short by exactly 1, so gonna have to detour for MP in a bit. Right, so fly to Dondarin. Gotta make sure to remember to grab the wings again too. Grab a spare dewdrop there. So if you have 0 dewdrops in your inventory, then you can get 1 there. And then same with the wings. You can't stock up on multiple of them. You have to get one. You can only have one in your inventory at a time. So after you use it, or they see that you have 0 in your inventory, they'll give you a new one. I do like they also separated the wings in the menus. So there's like your items, and then there's wings, and then there's valuables. They're all separate stuff. So another unique story element. Since the dragon's already unique to the Game Boy version, you gotta get a skill from the dragon. I forgot what exactly is needed for the story element for this, but it's a lot safer since I have like massively high defense. So I was gonna say I hope he doesn't do this attack where he sinks into the water and does this like hydro pump looking move. It's pretty slow compared to him just doing his fire breath. So just hope he does the fire breath every turn. So should take 5 hits to kill him. Yeah, like 4 wind cutters and level 3, and then you'll have like a tiny amount of HP left. So you can just do like wind cutter level 1 to finish him off. Ooh, so it's pretty unlucky. So I would definitely lose time. I'd definitely be losing time compared to PB in this fight. Alright, so yeah, healing before, since we're gonna be going like right into another boss fight, so I don't need any more wings too, fortunately. And save right here. So gonna be very long cutscenes, and then I'm gonna be fighting what's the boss coming up? Oh, Guilty. So he's normally a pretty big roadblock in Quest 64. Except in I think in 90% glitchless, there's recently like a RNG manipulation found for that fight in that game. But this game is normally not a problem, but that one run I had on world record pace a couple days ago, that or one of the runs I had on world record pace, I actually died to this fight because I was undergrinded on defense, first off, and then secondly, my spirit armor level 2, just twice in a row, so I died to him. I may not even need to cast spirit armor level 2 on this fight, since my defense is so high. So I can kill him with 3 wind cutter level 3s as well. If he does this flame wheel attack, okay, yeah, he did it turn 1, so I'm gonna use spirit armor. And then yeah, just hope that he doesn't, hope that my spirit armor doesn't run out, if anything. And for him to hopefully not do this attack on the turn if it does run out. Well, yeah, so I never mentioned, so there, with the Wind Bomb, there is a sweet spot that you can do where if you're standing like under and left to a lot of enemies, then you can get multiple hits, or get an extra hit, which does a lot more damage. So I used that to kill Fargo in 2 hits, just barely, because the attack was doing like, I forget, at 49 wind, I think it does like 501 damage or something like that, and he has 1000 HP, so you can just do like just enough damage to 2-shot him if you have at least 49 wind. And then I was doing it versus Zels, even though he's pretty heavily resistant against wind, but I was able to 3-shot him. Oh, whoops. Oh, I probably should have just used the healing item anyway, but Yeah, because I have so many. Oh my gosh. I'm out of MP items, which is usually a common issue for me in runs. Usually don't commonly get dewdrops to drop. If you do, it's usually in the early game as well. So, I'm gonna hope that. Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna hope that B just lunges at me turn 1 so that I can start abusing the wind bomb sweet spot. Well, he came at me turn 2, which is nice. So I'm gonna be trying to get onto his left side. Because yeah, these wind cutter level 3s are doing what, 212 damage, and if I start doing the sweet spot abuse, I'll start rolling like 400 and something, 406. So yeah, this special attack that he does here, where he cuts you up 11 times. If you're under-grinded on defense, then if that attack rolls more than 1 per hit, then it becomes really dangerous, where you gotta start using spirit armor level 2 for the fight. Because he, if you're slightly too low on defense, then yeah, if it starts rolling like 2 or 3 damage, you'll get hit 11 times for like 2 to 3 damage, so you can start rolling like 28 in 1 turn or something instead of 11 like he was to me just now. So, and that could also like lose time or just give you a chance of losing the fight if he like spams it a lot. Kinda wish you had practiced homebrew blitz. And you have a cat on your lap right now? Couldn't get up if you wanted to? Aww. Yeah, kitty cuddles. I love it. I'm in like way too many discords, so to see cat pictures all the time. Which I guess in the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening community discord, it's probably gonna be pictures today, because often people get on the catter day. So looking forward to it. And yeah, occasionally if I like hang out with friends that have cats, then I'll like snag pictures of them. So yeah, World of Mammon. So this is the final area. Due to a bit of roughness in the run, like I assume that might be done the run in like, I can't perfectly guess honestly, but I think maybe like 6 minutes. So yeah, I think I'll be like potentially pretty below estimate, unless if I die a lot to Mammon, which could happen, and I could just like lose minutes at a time, like a minute at a time for death or something. But yeah, so for World of Mammon, fortunately in Quest RPG, it's pretty safe because of all the defense we had, compared to, I say this every time, but compared to any percent in Quest 64, where you hope to not get Pale Rider, like those horses, and Pinheads, those orange snake enemies. They will one-shot you in, if you're going for world record in any percent for Quest 64, which is crazy to me. Yeah, so this guy, Pinhead. If you encounter a Pinhead, you can, if they're lateral with you, like to the side, to the side of you, then you can just hold to the right if they use hot steam, like the fire move that's been, yeah, this attack. There you go. Thanks for showing me, Pinhead. So you can hold right and avoid that hit in the US version. In Japanese, because your character starts like a little further left in battles, then you can't avoid it in Japanese for some reason. Oh, I think because it moves, the Pinhead moves Omega close to you when he does it. Whereas in what was I gonna say, in Baragoon Tunnel, when there was other enemies that also did hot steam, I guess because they attack from a little further away and you start further left, then you can like hold right and avoid them in Japanese, but not in US. So it's like that area where Lavar 1 and Fargo was is like safer in Japanese because there's more attacks you can dodge, including the Dark Goblins when they do Rolling Rock. They have it's their level 2 version in the US version, so it covers your whole movement box, so you can't dodge it. But then in Japanese they just do Rolling Rock level 1, so you can hold down and avoid it. And those guys are like the hardest hitting enemies in that area, but you can just entirely dodge them. So there's this stone to the left that gives you a free heal, the Spirit of Stone. I'm gonna just take the heal because I ran out of MP items, and I think technically I actually did have exactly enough. Oh wait, no, I had 24, so I had. Oh, I actually had more than enough MP to beat Mammon, depending on luck, I guess. But yeah, because you would need about 21 MP, assuming that the fight goes well, to beat him. And I had 24, so yeah. I had like an extra 3 MP. That's fine. Might as well take the heal. It only loses like 5 seconds, so. Yeah, so if I beat Mammon Deathless, I think this would be, I think a 137, maybe. Oh yeah, also those encounters, so if they're all judgments, like those goddess statue looking things, they you're faster than them, so you can just run from the fight. So in my PB I got like 10 of them in this area, which is crazy. Like I think the first 3 battles in a row were all judgment. So I'm gonna hope turn 1 he shoots a giant laser. Okay, he did the bad attack, so I might be dead. Oh, I'm not dead, actually. Oh, I meant to use spirit armor, but I did the... Okay, now I'm dead. Now I'm dead. I did the reverse order for the spell. I used healing instead of spirit armor. Because each of the directions on the D-pad corresponds to an element, so... It was supposed to be left, down, down. So I choked. It's fine, I got the bad turn 1. Oh, and I got it again, so... This attack, usually if you're not over-grinded on defense, then that attack will just one-shot you. But it's leaving me to being almost dead, so I'm gonna need to heal on the next turn. So because of this, I might still die in this fight again, because he's spamming the bad attack. So that lightning flame attack that he did, that's kind of like the middle-of-the-road RNG, if you get that turn 1. But there's like this giant laser that he'll shoot sometimes. That attack is if you stay in the top right corner here, then that attack will just miss you. So that's the attack you want him to open with generally, especially if your defense stat is low. So it'll take 6 hits to kill. And Spirit Armor level 2 can run out, so like I don't know when it's gonna run out, but I'm gonna try to play this safe. When it runs out, I'm gonna try to re-up. Oh, it ran out. Okay. Since my defense is so high and my HP, then try to re-up on my defense here, and then yeah, and then just start casting things at him. Is this the last hit? Yeah, time. Alright, cool. So, mid 138, not bad. Yeah, so I forgot to give a disclaimer about, because my estimate I think was hour 45, but since I was still, when I submitted this and I was still more of a noob at the game, then in between that time, then I got a world record on all of the categories for this game. So then because of that, I would generally put my estimate at about 142 now for events, but yeah, since the submissions were so long ago, I didn't update the estimate later. But yeah, world record, currently I got a 133.58, so just barely sub 134, so it's pretty cool. Also, thanks for the grats. And then yeah, before I took world record in the Japanese version, the Japanese record was slower than the English version, and I was like looking at the run and I'm like, that should not be a thing because there's like less text in Japanese or faster text in Japanese, and you can literally hold A to run in towns. So I'm like, there's no reason for this to be slower than US. So that one was kind of like a free world record, whereas this category there were more people that have like, you know, like low 135s, so like actual pretty solid times. But yeah, so I spent like like half a week taking the records from all the categories, so pretty much only been coming back whenever there's a marathon coming up or GDQ hotfix show or something. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Sorry about that. So, yeah, so this time I've only one run this event since I didn't submit that many. So if you want to shoot me a follow, I'm at Ryan_Ford522. And, you can see the shout out in chat. There's my name. Yeah, so I've been running a variety of games. I've learned like a bit over a dozen games, like since the pandemic hit. So never know what you're gonna get. Lately, I've mostly been grinding Super Metroid and DKC2. Yeah, Super Metroid improvements been coming along. Like I hit 69th place on the leaderboards. Then I saw I got bopped by someone, so now I gotta come back and PB by a small amount to get back 69th. It's the only way. I'm teasing, but yeah. Now I'm a pathetic 70th. But yeah, yeah, so you never know what game you're gonna get. Aside from that, yeah, I'll probably catch me at other marathons if you're fans of watching speedruns for other charities and stuff like that. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. It's been a lot of rambling, so I will spare y'all, so peace out.